A remarkable edition of the Tattersalls Craven Breeze Up sale saw records broken across the board and 3 individual lots selling for 600,000 guineas or more. Robust trade throughout reached fever pitch at the very end of proceedings, with 2 colts each making the sale-topping price of 625,000 guineas, selling to Stroud Coleman Bloodstock and Godolphin respectively. The first was a Havana Grey colt out of Exceeding XL mare Mosa Mine, who was sourced by Glendig Stables for just 42,000 guineas at the Tattersalls December yearling sale before topping tonight's sale.
Yeah, delighted. Lovely horse, bought in December. You always hope you might get there, and sure, the stallion just seems to keep doing it. We got lucky today. Now Gwyn winner, impressive, and yeah, horse performed amazingly the other day. And you know, at the time you're nearly half deflated because you're hoping to see fireworks, but he actually did it so easily that, you know, it just looked smooth, and you were wondering, was he flat? And anyway, time came back and that was exceptional, so hopefully he does go on to be exceptional.
Really looking forward to seeing him on the track and what he can do.
He moved extremely well. He did a very good time. He's by currently, you know, a very good stallion. Havana Grey has done incredibly well, and I think he's got to be taken as, you know, he's really done it the hard way too, you know, and you know, he's very consistent, and you know, I think he's got a lot of 2-year-old runners, and you know, he's a very legitimate stallion.
625,000 guineas was the price also paid for the following lot, a Blue Point colt out of Group 3 winner Most Beautiful. The son of Godolphin's triple Royal Ascot Sprint winner Blue Point, who heads the market to be the leading first season sire this year with 3 winners on the track so far, was knocked down to Anthony Stroud, with Godolphin's representative returning to consignor's Oak Tree Farm in search of another native trail, who was sold by Norman Williamson's operation before going on to classic success in Ireland.
Well, Blue Point's done incredibly well, very close to the boss's heart, Blue Point. He's moved very well, did a very good time. You know, Norman produced a native trail which we bought, and he produced the horses so well and very well, and we felt that, you know, really for what we wanted and for what Charlie Appley wanted, and most importantly what the boss wanted, this was the right horse. Yeah.
We knew there were a lot of people on him, and he was very busy, and he really has been really busy, and he did a lot of vetting and everything went well, but obviously delighted with the figure or the end result, but a lovely horse, yeah.
The top price filly on the day was lot 162, a daughter of Night of Thunder and half-sister to the Moulcombe winner and Middle Park third, Rumble in the Jungle, who sold for 600,000 guineas, becoming the second highest price filly ever sold at this sale. The speedily bred offering was sourced by consignor Brendan Holland of Grove Stud for €90,000 as a yearling, before stepping back into the ring and being snapped up by successful purchaser Kerry Radcliffe.
I saw this filly in early March, end of February. I loved her, and physically she's done really well since then. She had a lovely breeze, not breaking the clock, which I don't like to do, but when she hit the rising ground she took off and she done everything she had to do, and then after the breeze obviously she's come out of it great, and you know, she comes from a great consignor in Blarney and Grove Stud, and I was delighted to get her.
Great result for the farm. I loved her as a yearling. By a, you know, like Night of Thunder is a top class sire, and she comes from a really, really fast family. It's very hard to buy something like that speed all the way down to the page, which she had, and she looked quick, and by that sire. So, you know, I didn't dream I'd get the result I got today, but we did think in the farm all spring that she's the best filly that we've had since Rosdu Queen. So, you know, we really, really liked her coming to the sale.
The top price colt sold during the first session of the sale was lot 47, a Munnings colt out of stakes-winning mare Separate Forest, who was bought in the US for $150,000 by Mick Murphy of consignor's Longways Stud. He was knocked down to Oliver St Lawrence Bloodstock on behalf of owner Fawzi Nas for 360,000 guineas.
Well, he was a physically very imposing horse. He's got enough size, very good-looking horse. He breezed very nicely. By our timings, did about the 12th fastest breeze. But he seemed to do it in his stride. Hopefully he'll go and do the business for us.
I'm delighted he's gone to a great trainer, gone to Roger Berrien, and I've been lucky enough to sell a Royal Ascot winner before, and hopefully we get to sell another one.
With the ring igniting with the 2 biggest fireworks of the sale at the very end of the day, Tattersalls marketing director Jimmy George drew breath to reflect on an extraordinary start to the Breeze Ups.
Yeah, well, it was certainly a great way to end the 2023 Tattersalls Craven Breeze Up sale, with the 2 sale-topping colts selling the third last and fourth last lots of the entire sale. So yeah, it was sustained strong trade from start to finish, particularly in today's session, the second of the 2 sessions. It was really strong, and it's fantastic to see so many of the consigners so well rewarded, because they do a great job year after year. They commit to this sale, they buy some fantastic young stock and commit them to the Craven Breeze Up sale for an obvious reason, because the sale attracts these leading buyers year after year. And I think it's been great to see a number of new buyers here for the Craven, certainly maybe not new buyers entirely, but new to the sale, and that's really encouraging. I think reflects the consistent ability of the Craven Breeze Up sale to produce top racehorses. Last year, obviously, Native Trail and Cachet were both classic winners from the Craven Breeze Up sale, and the sale produced more group and listed performing 2-year-olds last year than any other sale of its type in Europe. So that's the reason the buyers come to the sale, and the consigners support it with some of the finest 2-year-olds to be found anywhere in Europe every year. And yeah, it was a great way to end the sale. I think it's very important that the Craven Breeze Up sale is seen to be a sale that doesn't just produce a certain type of horse, but we've introduced a number of different bonuses which reflect that. So there's a huge bonus for any 2-year-old bought here this week that goes on to win one of the 6 Royal Ascot 2-year-old races. There's another very big bonus for any 2-year-old bought this week that goes on to win a 2-year-old Group 1 race this year. But equally, every single one of those horses bought over the last 2 days stands to win a £15,000 bonus when they win their maiden in Britain and Ireland, which is also a great incentive and brings the trainers and the owners to the sale in the numbers that have continue to make it such a success. And yeah, we've seen a huge rise in the number of horses that sold for 200,000 guineas or more over the last 2 days. 600,000 guinea mark broken 3 times, which equals the record for the sale, and a record turnover for the sale, which I have to say, going into it, we probably weren't really expecting. It was a quality catalogue, it was a larger catalogue than last year, but you know, with the prevailing global economic situation, I think for a sale like this to achieve those figures is a really strong performance, and reflects unbelievably well on the consigners who sent such fantastic 2-year-olds here. I mean, obviously the Craven Breeze Up sale is targeted by an awful lot of domestic owners and trainers, but equally it's a sale with a big international reputation, and we've seen an awful lot of international buyers here over the past 2 days, particularly from the Gulf region. They love this sale, but equally new faces from the Gulf region, from Japan, from Hong Kong and North America, and you know, it's great to see the American buyers taking this sale seriously as well.